Hello, my fellow YouTubers. It's me again, Carlita, your Spice Queen. Yeah, I am here again with the 411 on our favorite housewives, the Real Housewives of Atlanta, season 14, episode 15. And believe you me, it was busy. Very, very busy. I have taken so many notes. Now, what I'm going to do this time, I'm going to bring you up to date. The people who did not see season 14, I'm sorry, episode 14. Just a little snippet just to bring us up to date with what is going on in episode 15 because there's a lot to be explained. Okay? But before we get started, please subscribe. Subscribe. After looking at the video, please do not hesitate to like, okay, or dislike, whatever, how you feel. Please comment. Let me know how you feel about what I am saying. What's your take of it? Okay, and also share. Share with all your friends, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, the whole nine yards. I am here for it. And one more note, I now have 69 spicers. Oh, girl, moving up. I am moving up because I remember when I had 17, 16. Okay, so you can be the 70. Subscriber number 70. Okay, all you gotta do is just press that subscription button. It'll be welcome. Now, okay, so without further ado, let me put my specs on because I have a lot of notes, and I believe me, I do. I have a lot. Okay, so this is how we're gonna start out. Now, last night when I looked at, episode 15, they gave us a little rundown. They brought us up to date with, episode 14, quite longer than normal than what they used to. Like, this happened previously, right? So, let's get started. Now, it showed, now these are the previews, letting you know what happened previously. It showed the gang all at the Rose Hall plantation, still at the table. Okay, Kenya and Sanya were having a little spat, right? Ross felt it was necessary for him to jump into it to help his wife out. In his confessional, he explained he felt it was necessary to jump into it because his wife Sanya was drowning. Okay, but for me, there's just no reason for that because you gotta let her swim first, okay? And Sanya in her confessional says when she was disappointed in Sheree, thought Sheree and Marlo and her were the three musketeers, okay? And how Sheree jumped ship, okay? Sheree is an opportunist, Sanya. She is definitely an opportunist. Okay, and her, she's not loyal to anyone, only the moment. Okay, if you are the moment, she would jump over there and be with you. Okay, and that's how it is. And if the girl next to her becomes the moment, she'll slide right over there, right before your eyes. Okay, so this is Sheree. All right, so and Kenya is concerned. She's concerned about the fact that Sanya showed no care about the fact that she didn't check on them, their place of being, that she shouldn't be mad. Sanya appears to be mad and everything with Kenya and Sheree, that she shouldn't be mad, that she should be apologetic. And we'll explain that as in episode 15 as to why she should be apologetic. Okay, so our girl Candy, the flip-flopper. You know what, Candy? You need to stop that flipping and the flopping, girl. It's just getting bad. Okay, Candy, the flip-flopper, has flipped. Okay, Kenya and them are sitting down to her with her, explaining it was her, Kenya, I believe Drew, and was it Sheree? I'm not quite sure if it's Sheree, but I believe Sheree's friend was there. Maybe Monietta as well. Okay, so Kenya was explaining to Candy about how Sanya was irresponsible about not checking on them, calling them. So Candy responds, okay, guys, sometimes you can be busy and don't have time for things that's not important. Okay, I emphasize, not important. Candy, is that how you think about your friends or, the moment? Can you trivialize a person and call them not important? I mean, that was just so gross, Candy. Anyway, I just wanted to say that part. Okay, so Kenya Sheree and Monietta, like I said, Drew, no, I'm sorry, Drew. Drew was like, saying you should not get a pass. Why should she get a pass? She should be held accountable for the things she do, like other people are. This is Drew saying this to Candy. Okay, and a good call, Drew. Yeah, Drew says she should be called out on her shit. All right? So, in Candy confession, here she go. I don't know why they are complaining. They had a nice time on the boat. My question is, where was Candy? I didn't see Candy. Candy was not at the iBit commercial thing. And Candy wasn't on the boat. Where were you, Candy? Okay, seems like maybe you had some other things to do. So how can you even, I don't even know why you even want to speak on it. I mean, you weren't even there. Where were you? That's the question. Okay, so Candy, can you say she still could have a text or something? Okay, even though they had fun on the boat, the thing of it was they were supposed to meet her to go and see her iBit, her in action with the iBit commercial. And when they were out there and everything, the bus wasn't there or something, and they texted her, they want time. She did not call back and all that. So that's what was going on with that. Okay, so Marlo, in her confessional, blah, blah, blah. Kenya just mad about something. It's just, what? Blah, blah, blah. Nothing important being said. Sorry. Just a regular schmeggler. She just so, she envied that woman. It's ridiculous. And then so Candy get into it. It says Candy, she's Kenya. She's complaining about the fact that, no, what she said was, Kenya's complaining whatever, and that when it come down to who sponsored trips the best, she says Sanya hands down. I guess it might be because of the food, because she says that let me see. She says that first. No, she says that when the South Carolina trip. I'm sorry, I'm tripping up on this. Kenya sponsored the South Carolina trip. Candy co-sponsored that trip. She failed to include herself, and she was upset about the fact that Kenya only bought one crab cake. Okay, so Candy is still holding on to that. Now listen, I know Candy love her food and Candy love to eat. Everybody has to eat. Okay, but come on, a crab cake, Candy, really? Hold up. First of all, you own a seafood and steak restaurant. Okay? So if you want to go back to South Carolina, let's do that. You own a seafood and steak restaurant called Blaze. At that particular point, okay, and you were a co-sponsor, why didn't you do the nice thing and have some crab cakes flown in? You just to South Carolina, adjacent to Georgia, flown in from Blaze for the ladies. Minus Kenya, if you just want to be petty because, come on, a crab cake. I didn't see you making any effort to try and accommodate the ladies. Okay, so there. Okay, so Candy decides, like I said, Candy decides Samuel hosting skills were the best. Okay, and like I said, on Mad Day, Kenya had nobody there, I'm telling you. But anyway, we'll get into that. Candy pretty much gave Sanya a pass. And, like I said, Drew wasn't going for that. Sanya admits it was a miscommunication issue with her team of some sort in reference to her not getting back in touch with Kenya and them. Um, 1 minute. Right. Okay, and so saying you let the crew know that they needed to link up midday. She was telling them about what they were going to do the next day. I'm sorry, I had that scratched out. Maybe I shouldn't have did it. Now, with all that being said, I did the best I could do to try to bring you all up to date. Now, let's get to episode 15. Okay, so it started out with on day 4. Okay, the guys they're chilling at the beach. Taunting them. Didn't show too much of that, just a small snippet. Then they go to Sheree. Sheree's on the phone. Sheree's she on the phone. She's talking about her clothing line. Saying something about snafu after snafu. She's having problems and things of that nature. She has 3 weeks to get this lineup together and all. And so, it's just chaos. Chaos. Always chaos with Sheree in reference to, she by Sheree. Okay, so, everybody's meeting in the lobby. They're meeting in the lobby, right? Marlo's there, Kenny and them there, and all. And then so Kenya comes in, and of course, Marlo says, Kenya, if you can join us, if I can just talk to you, as if she, wasn't, no, hold on, I'm sorry. Okay, Marlo asked Kenya, right, if she can join them, as Kenya was walking in the lobby. She was going to join them anyway, but she just had to, just say something to Kenya. That's just Marlo. Okay, she informed them, all of them, that she was dubbed the temporary host. Sanya dubbed her temporary host and everything, that she'll be heading the day, So Sheree accompanied Sanya and Ross at the iFit. Okay, so they went to iFit. The commercial thing was Sanya was, and Ross wasn't there at that moment. It was Sanya was there. When Sheree came, and Sheree came late. Sheree came late. By the time Sheree came up, Sanya was already finished. She was finished everything, her shoot and everything, and she was telling Sheree how she went up and hiked all up in the woods and have not, and Sheree was just really, really late. Okay, but Sanya brushed it off. She brushed it off. Okay, Candy and Kenya, let's see. Yeah, so Candy and Kenya in the little confessional both questioned Sanya's choice of using Marlo as a temporary host, being as though, Candy had issues with her, was having issue. Kenya was having issues with her. It just didn't seem like she would be a good choice to head it. Maybe Sheree. She made me want to try her, but anyway. So she chose Marlo for sure. I mean, they were just taken aback, of course. Okay, Sanya, they showed Sanya, and Kenya, she's fixated on Kenya, talks about Kenya to Sheree. Kenya, that's all she do. And she's getting just as worse as Marlo. They showed the scene, right. Next scene, it was Sanya and Sheree was together, and Sanya was talking about Kenya, as usual. And it's terrible. Sheree flipped, at the eye bit. They were walking, talking, and Sheree flipped. She started siding with Sanya, saying, yeah, well, if Kenya, blah, 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 she'll do. I mean, I'm like, Sheree, really? Excuse me, Sheree, really? You were just friends with Kenya in her face. It's just awful. It's so much. Okay, so the next scene, they went for lunch to Chuka Good Hope Estates. Okay, they arrived. Drew and Ralph, they stayed in. They did not, come to this particular event. Drew's having issues with her Achilles. Okay, so she needs to rest. Monietta is in there. She's waiting. She was already there before everyone before everyone got there. She was already there. Candy asked about Sanya. She asked about Sanya. As all of them got around the table and got seated, Candy asked Sheree about Sanya and whether or not she was be attending them, and Sheree tells the group about Sanya, what she was doing with the iBit commercial. Says Sanya apologized. Something about a lack of communication on her team part, um, in reference to her and Kenya situation, not being able to meet up with them. And so Sheree pointed out how she appreciates Sanya making her making it possible for her, because see, Sanya was being shady. Sanya invited Sheree to come to the iBit commercial, the second day, and what they have not. And she did not invite Kenya. It didn't bother Kenya, but Sanya, that was just not nice. It was not nice, really. But though, so Sheree wants to rub it in. She appreciates Sanya for making sure that she accompanied her on the, day 2 iBit commercial and everything. Singling out Kenya. It's a mess, I tell you. Okay, so she's not going to make or take anything from her not asking Kenya. Kenya's not going to make or take anything from her not asking her to join her and Sheree. It just let Kenya know how Sanya operates and the type of person that she is. Okay, and I love Kenya for that. Kenya, don't let them be all up in your head. They're not paying no rent or nothing. Don't even lose. That's right. You don't need to be losing no time, no headspace for crap. Okay? That's right. Shield yourself. All right, so the buffet looked good, looked great. Unfortunately, it looked great to the birds as well. The birds decided they want to join. Okay, they started pooping and stooping and chirping and all over the place and everything. I mean, it's just landing. Some landed, I believe, on Monietta plate or near plate and on Candy's arm or something like that. Some of them started scurrying around. Marlo, of course, she started running. The big bullies, you want to run first. And a bird pooped on Candy, like I said, shoulder as well. But, it did not stop Candy from eating. Okay? Candy continued on eating her food. Candy is serious. She is really serious about eating. I don't think she'll do well. I don't know if she can go a day in a survival mode without eating. I think she'll have a real issue. Okay, so next, Malo suggested that they grab their food and follow her to the pool area. No one came. Not right away. Some did come, but it was after they finished their food. And once they got there, Marlo started talking about Kenya, and all that, and Candy, and how Candy shouldn't have talked about her son. I mean, her nephews, and Monietta is sitting there taking it all in, looking like she's almost convinced about what Marlo was saying. Monietta wasn't there all the way, but Marlo was definitely trying her best to persuade her to bring her on her side. See my side of things. See, Candy ain't right, is what she's saying. But then Monietta's come back, well, maybe she this. Well, maybe Candy was looking at it like that. Marlo didn't want to hear that, but eventually, they got up. But meanwhile, Kenya was telling Candy, jokingly, how Sheree wouldn't choose her to model for her new clothing line. Okay, it says she wanted professionals and everything. This is what Sheree said. Kenya is professional as you gonna get it. Kenya is physically fit. Kenya looks great. Kenya can walk nice like a professional. Come on, you can't get no more professional than Kenya. Sheree, please, give me a break. That's just ridiculous. Okay, then so they go back to Marlo, blah, blah, blah. Still talking about old stuff, like I said, Kenny and the nephews and all that. Monietta said maybe y'all can move on, and they got up and left everybody got up and left Marlo sitting right there. She was just too damn negative. They was just tired of hearing the mess, okay? All right. So, this is the last night in Jamaica. Kenya visited Drew, and Drew decided she was going to stay in, and Drew appreciated the fact that Kenya came and visited her. The caring Mrs. Kenya Summer Moore. So caring. So, yeah, Drew appreciated that. Monietta visit Candy, explaining how Marlo opened up to her, blah, blah, blah. Candy's just not having it. Candy not pleased with the fact that Monietta was not standing up for her and that she, let Marlo continue to say this and that about her. No, Candy's not explaining this. Well, she says this to Monietta, not in my words, but she says it to her. You were supposed to, be more stern, and things of that nature. But she was serious, okay? She was serious. Okay, so they all arrived. They arrived at the dinner venue in a serene beach, it was serene. It was nice. Everyone has arrived. They arrived. Candy and Marlo has the same blouse on. Candy is black. I believe Marlo's was green. Same blouse, right? Different color. And Kenya said she was about to buy the same blouse as well. We've been a trio. Everyone is enjoying the atmosphere. Everyone is enjoying the atmosphere. Sanya asked the question. Everything's nice. Okay, they're enjoying the atmosphere. So Sanya, the host she is, had to get up and ask a question. And we know what the question was. It has to do with Miss Moore, right? Sanya asked the question. The highlights of the trip. Right? No, that particular question went about Kenya. So she asked basically what was the highlights of the trip. I'm sorry, my bad. She asked what was the highlight of the trip that time. Sheree and Marlo, the race were their the highlights of their trip, and everything. And so Marlo tried to explain to Candy why she got upset. Candy had closed ears and everything. Todd said he's pleased. No, Todd said please leave his name out of her mouth, out of Marlo's mouth. Okay, hold on. Let me just get this right. So, Sheree and Marlo answered the question about the highlights of the evening. I mean, of the trip, and they said that race and this and that and another. Okay, so all of them, it said a little snippet there. But that particular one, I just put it because of the race. Okay, we know Drew fell down and hurt herself and all that. But so Marlo went to another scene where Marlo's trying to explain to Candy why she got upset. Right? Candy had closed ears. It was around the table. I'm sorry, it was around the table. She wanted to talk to Candy, because Candy wasn't talking to her at first. All right, so she explained to her around the table that she explained it right. She got upset, right. And so then Todd jumped in and told her to please leave my name out of things. Marlo, in everything, she apologized. Candy apologized and everything. For me, it was fake and everything. It's just a whole lot of stuff here jumbled. But as I said, it was a fake apology attempt to me. Ross left without apologizing to Kenya. He gets up from the table, he leaves, and he does not apologize to Kenya. He's such an a-hole. Such an a-hole. And had no business being in that anyway. Okay, Sanya gets up and speaks. And then she says, "What's up, Kenya?" Right? She gonna single Kenya out. This is when she did it. She says, "What's up, Kenya?" Okay? She asked Kenya to look around. No, she said, "What's up, Kenya?" Kenya looked around like, "Are you talking to me? You talking to me?" Like, that. She didn't say that. And do you want to say anything, Sanya said. And Kenya, you have been ungrateful, right? The ego tonight, says Kenya. To Sanya, right? As I said, Sanya said to her, "Do you want to say something?" And Kenya said, "You have been ungrateful, your ego tonight." Okay, because Kenya was trying to brush it off. She really didn't want to be bothered with her, but Sanya kept being pushy. right? So Kenya told her the ego tonight. And Kenya saying, start reminiscing about, you know, things in the past. And Kenya asked her, like, what have I done to you? And Sanya was telling her, you have been a submissive, dismissive, rather. Dismissive. And Kenya was asking her, okay, so we apologized about the fact that when we had the last argument, well, disagreement, where I didn't show up, and I explained to you about my daughter, well, I came late, and I explained to you about my daughter and what I was going through with that, and we, we apologized and fixed that. And then so Kenya asked her, so can you tell me what is your problem? Why are you asking me, this? What have I done since then? Do you know Sanya did like this? She hesitated. Let me see. When you gotta think about it, honey, it's just made up. It's just made up. You're just reaching for something. You're just trying to start something. You just Kenya. I mean, it's just ridiculous. Saying you look very bad. I mean, it looked bad, honey. Okay, it looked very bad. You don't want to go there. Okay, so especially you coming for Kenya, you gotta come correct. And not only that, you need to be ready. You need to be ready. Because if you're not ready, she's coming for you. Okay? And then she wasn't being malicious. She just asked you the simple question. What have I done to you lately? And you couldn't answer it. And it looked ridiculous. Okay, so stop it, Sanya. Stop messing with Kenya. She's not bothering you. The same way Drew wasn't bothering you. And I never really cared much about Drew. But we were trying to figure out where your dislike and disdain for Drew come from. Okay, so you need to let that thing go. All right? Okay, Kenya asked her, like I said, it was crickets. She couldn't even ask her. No, Kenya asked saying, did you get me a birthday cake? After all that, Kenya asked her. After, it took me, trying to take me from hell and back. Where did you get me a birthday cake? Okay, another hesitation, another moment, crickets. Okay, and you, the host, you've just been mean, Sanya. And you're not good at being mean. You're not ready. Just stop it. You didn't even get her a cake. That was disgusting. Okay? So guess what? I got through it. That's it. That's it. It ended with Kenya asking her if she bought her a cake. I gave it to you the best I could. It was so much. It was really, really so much. I mean, I'm writing. I had to pause it to write things, to try to figure things out and to try to put it all together. So that's basically what I got. I got that. And the most thing, like I said, that stood out to me the most is the fact that Ross getting into something in between them ladies, jumping up like that and saying that and everything. Even though he said that at the end of episode 14. But like I said, they did show the snippet. Y'all don't want to, effing my wife and using expletives. And I just found that to be very, very, it's just disgusting. I mean, it's so disrespectful. I mean, you didn't even give your wife a chance to even open her mouth. Okay, so now enough about that. Without further ado, and the flip-flopping of Candy, the flip-flopping is a mess. Kenya, honey, I hope you're looking at this, and I hope you do see this, and open your eyes. I know Candy is a little powerhouse, bravo, okay, but you're a powerhouse as well, all right? And you don't gotta, I hope you're taking that woman on the side and having real conversations with Candy. Because for me, she did two things. I didn't like the fact that she put that thing out there about Marlo saying this and that and another about your, baby or what have not. And the flipping and the flopping. I don't know if Candy's really a friend. Okay, she might be a dry enemy. I'm sorry, Candy. I had to go there. Because you just play a behavior just not nice. And with friends like that, you don't need enemies. Okay? So I'll leave on that note. And so please like, subscribe. And just let me say this. I love all the women. All the housewives. I do love them. But we have opinions on different days. different actions. When Candy do things that's good and everything, I praise her the same way for all of them. But if they're going to do stuff that's not so good, you got to take the good with the bad and the bad with the worst, whatever. The sun with the rain with the shine. I don't know. But I just want to be honest, okay? So I will see you on my next video.